Hi Sagittarius, it's Mary Jo from Enchantress Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do your March 2020 reading. If you have any questions or comments, please list them below. And if I have anything for you, I'll just gladly put it in the comments. I appreciate everyone who's watching and helping my channel to grow. And thanks for subscribing. Okay, if you haven't, please do so. You could always hit the little bell in the upper right corner too, and this way they'll give you notifications of when my videos are up. Okay, so we're starting off with the Empress. So we're looking at something that you've been gestating or looking to create that's about to come through for you. Something you've been working on a while. You know, with this card, the 3 means, you know, you're creating something. You choose to do this. It is Venus rules this card. And it's about your core values. Love, of course, money, material things. But when the Empress shows up, it could be a pregnancy surrounding you or for yourself. So someone around you might be expecting or announce they're having a baby. It also could be something to do with mother issues. If you have an overbearing mother or a mother who is somewhat imposing, you know that they mean well, but they're just kind of in your business way too much, worrying about you. This also could signify that you have some issues to come up with and you need to address with her. And I know it's not oftentimes easy for you to confront a person who is combative and get the results that you want. And just realize, even though the person could be older than you, it may not be the maturity level that you need them to be at to have this conversation and this discussion. And if it's you that is a mom and you are being a bit imposing or overbearing, you need to check yourself now, because you are creating distance in this situation. For others of you, yeah, it's something you've been working on in the immediate past, all right? Maybe the last 3 months, or could be even longer for some of you, that you've been like, you know, you're gestating something that you created and you're looking to bring it out into the world. Maybe you started a YouTube channel or opened a business. Maybe you're even looking to work from home, you know, work remotely. Something's going on, something's brewing inside of you. And this is male, female, okay? Just because it's the Empress doesn't mean it can't represent a male in a reading. So there's something going on that you're looking to, you have a handle on, you know, and you have this circle. So that is of this earth, like the worldly, this is the spiritual, and they come together. So bringing things from the ethers into your life, manifesting all the things that you want. So you are creating it in your thoughts and what you're speaking. So at this time, be very careful of what you're creating, okay, Sag, that you're bringing in. Because just as you could speak negatively, or boastfully, or destructively, you can bring that into your life and resonate and create even more havoc. So you want to create things that are positive. And if you're having negative thoughts or feelings about someone or something, you can get it out, but redirect your energy to positive things, because especially with this card, this is the card of creation. You want to create something really beautiful and that you love in your life, not something that is heinous, okay? Wow, 2 majors. Yeah, with justice and bringing it into balance. Okay, what are you creating in your life? You need to create some balance. You know, you're taking all the steps in your life, right? And every step you take is leading to you to where you are now. So you want to make balanced decisions and be in harmony with yourself, with nature, and the people around you. So if there's something going on legally, like let's say you have a custody issue, because this would represent like a mother or children. It could be a custody issue that you feel like they're impartial and they're doing what's best, but the other person feels that they aren't. You know, it doesn't matter what the other people are thinking and what they're saying. What matters is that you're getting a fair outcome here. And sometimes it's not what you want, but it's what you need. And you see how her fulcrum is here? In this card, they're balanced. See, some of them show the scale, higher and lower. This is balanced. So there's going to be a fair outcome to this situation, this legal situation. And it doesn't have to be custody. This could be anything else that's going on in your life legally and what you've created. you know, what's manifesting here. This card is that of finding a logical outcome to the situation. And oftentimes it winds up in court, and it doesn't mean it's logical, you know, with our court systems. But that being said, you'll get the outcome that will be best for you and everyone involved. And if it's a relationship that you were talking about here, that you're seeking harmonic balance, just know it's something, again, that you're creating. This is within you in the real physical, and this is in your mental realm. So be very careful what you're thinking. Try and be impartial. Try and be logical and methodical about this without your emotions getting in the way or looking at the facts in the situation. Because if this was you in the reverse, you would want them to look at the facts in the situation. Oftentimes, Sagittarius, you look and judge other people. That is the lower vibration of Sag. The higher evolved Sagittarian is more accepting of everything about them. And the lower vibration of Sag can be very judgmental and heinous and hateful. So we want to upgrade that, if you will, download some updates there and get to the new iOS system that you need to be operating in acceptance and fairness, and looking at, okay, if this was me, and they're treating me or thinking of me the way I am of them, how would I feel? What would I think? So let's look at the facts in the situation here and know that it's something that you're creating in the way you're thinking about this. You've got to change the way you're thinking or step away from this. Maybe you are becoming too imposing, smothering in the situation. And I don't like saying this because I like to get positive readings, but it's for your own growth and helping you, but it could be someone doing this to you as well. But just knowing with the Justice card coming up, that's Libra. So you got to talk it out after thinking it through logically and coming up with a clear, concise, methodical outcome. It's just like if you're before a judge and jury, you have to state only the facts. They don't want all your emotions. He said, she said, oh, I feel so hurt by it. They don't want that. They want to know on this day, at this time, this happened. On this day, at that time, this happened. It's factual, you know, and you can't argue with the facts. Well, you can argue because there are people that just want to argue all the time. But the facts are what the facts are, and everybody sees what it is. Even if you may have been blinded to the situation, or they were blinded to the situation, everyone else around sees it for what it is. When your emotions are involved, it clouds everything. So when this card comes up saying you're responsible, this is karma, for every step that you take in your life is where you are now. So if you have taken the steps and choosing poorly, that's where the outcome is what it is. Even if you did it for the right reason, Sag, even if you did it out of love to help somebody else, and it wasn't the best thing, like maybe you were trying to control the situation and help them because they couldn't help themselves, it still doesn't make it just. It still doesn't make it right, and it still doesn't make it balanced. That person had to figure it out for themselves. For you, it was more like to be a support there, to watch the situation. Justice is going to be served in our lives karmically. Whether you believe in karma or not doesn't matter. It happens, okay? So just know that if this person has been doing things to you, or there's a situation in your life, they will get their returns. You don't have to wish anything on them. Your best revenge is a happy life, and move on from it and them and this situation, because they will answer to their own karma. But just knowing with this card coming up, it feels like, you know, with this 11, that's the 11, that energy. So we know it's about you trying to be pulled into something else, that portal energy, the 2 ones, you know, for you to go through this and experience this and learn from this. You'll have your day in the sun, okay? Things will restore to a balance as long as you are looking to create that. Some people love drama and they just love it in there. I got a couple of people I know and they just love the drama. If things are status quo, they're bored. You need to have some status quo in your life, Sagittarius, and get away from the drama, mamas. Different energy. Well, for some of you, you've been holding on to this person or situation for a long time, actually, and you're not letting it go. And it's interfering with stability in your life. And there are times when you need to hang on, but hang on loosely, you know? Because if you're holding on tightly to this person or thing, or money even, you know, and you're being greedy or miserly, that blocks your flow, Sag. And you want to have a flow in everything in life. Even if the flow coming in knocks you on your ass, you get back up, you stand your ground, and you just move along. You know, it's not about resisting the change, and it's not about downplaying the change. Just know that the change has to happen. It has to come. The good thing in life is everything changes, right? But the bad thing in life is everything changes. Nothing just stays in the perfect realm of your imagination. There's ebbs and flow. So with this card, they're saying something is coming to a completion with you that you've worked very hard at. And hopefully you have grown from this. I see the color of the psychic there. So maybe you have tapped in better. You're kind of protecting yourself here. Solar plexus, heart. And you seem at peace from it. So maybe this is even for some of you a wisdom that's coming out of this experience. So some of you, if it was a legal situation and you got some money out of it, and you're glad you're holding on, maybe it's not as much as you wanted, and for some of you it might be more than you expected. Be grateful for it and know that this chapter is ended. You got the full moon there. There's a release, a letting go, a closure. Very good. Time for something else. But don't hang on too tightly. And be careful of like the way you respond to this, that you are arrogant about it. Ignorance, well, they got theirs. I knew I was going to win. You know, that, again, that boastfulness, the fish storyteller that is the unevolved Sagittarian. You know, we all fall back into those situations, right? Where we get petty. Be careful of that because you're going to invite that back to you. And just as quickly as this came to you, it can go away. So for now, just hold on to what you have. Instead of getting crazy and spending too much money, for some of you, you're going to go like, just burn through it all. Well, that's up to you. Again, that's a Sagittarian trait, abundance, right? You're just going, try and hold on to some of it. Give yourself a little joy or pleasure, hold on to the rest. And if it's about a relationship here that you've been holding on to, that you value, be careful not to hold it too tightly and smother the person. This, I've never come up with this before, but this is what they're saying right now. So this is like for 4 or 5 different situations here with this card. For some of you at school, you're starting to value your education. Well, maybe before you didn't really care for what you were doing and you changed over because you weren't feeling balanced here, what you were doing, and you changed your major. You're starting to enjoy your studies now. Or even a vocation, a trade that you're starting to make money from now and you're appreciating that. You feel solid right now. You feel like everything that you created and worked on is coming to you. Like you were working for this job and this company and they didn't give you the raise or promotion. They gave it to someone else that you felt wasn't as good as you are or valued as you, but then that person either leaves or they feel like they've made a mistake and boom, they appoint you to it. And now you're standing there holding all the goods. You know, it's going to be different for everybody here, but it's definitely any one of these things where usually this card talks about working hard, getting your money and the material things in your life, and a completion of a situation with a house, a car, but not to be miserly. But I'm not really feeling that with these cards. With these cards, it's talking about this balance and justice, that you're going to get exactly what you need and what you deserve. So let's hope what you needed and what you deserved is going to be enough to keep you satisfied. Because this is just a phase in your life that's going to pass. And if it's a love interest, like I said, be very careful. You know, if you're very much lovingly admiring this person, be very careful that you don't smother them. You always have to know where they are, what they do. You're checking their phone and their emails. It's just not healthy. You are inviting in not what you're looking for. Because then you're going to say, see, I knew it. I knew she was up to something or he was up to something. Well, of course you did. Because you created that. You wanted it. You brought it into your life. Okay? And I know people are going to say that's not fair. I didn't even think of it. In your soul, there are times that you do because you don't trust people, all of us. But just knowing that your creativity here, you need to create a balanced mental realm that's logical and being practical here. Because let's see, you have air, you have earth. Venus is another earth card too. So what are you bringing from above to below? From the ethers to the earthly realm. Okay, another major arcana. Man, this is talking about you need to let go and let God deal with some stuff here, Sag. You're holding on too tightly to things that are not important in your life. And, you know, you might feel they're very important, but they're not serving your highest purpose. And it's time for you to transmute the energies, you know? Either you changing your energy about yourself, because you can't change anyone else, but you can let go of that old you that clings too tightly, that's always crying out for justice, or you know, creating things that aren't positive in your life. I'm thinking of a few people in particular that I read for, and this is resonating with them completely in their lives. Yeah, it's time to purge. Just as the springtime comes and you purge things in your home, in your garage, your attic, your basement, literally you have to purge things in your life. You need to let things go so that you can let new things in. Like we were saying here, don't hang on too tightly. You want to hang on loosely so you can keep a flow going. And if you're going to keep hanging on to feeling unjust in your life, injustice in your life, and having your mind out of balance, you're going to continue to bring all these fluctuations with money and love in your life, because this is really like money and material things and love for you. So Sagittarius, if you want to have balance in your finances that is stable and in your love life that is lasting, you need to change yourself. This is strong energy, man, with the Death card. You know, this is you like dying off and being reborn as this new person, and that's heavy duty stuff, and not everybody's ready for it at the time that the card like this comes up. So it could even take you a bit more time because you're not ready, or you're learning something from this that you're not ready for. And well, let's face it, you know, we don't all grow at the same time in our lives, and we're not all ready for when something major is coming up. But knowing when these majors come up, they're saying this is a big secret in your life, Sag, that you need to work on. This is Scorpio. So Scorpio breaks things down, destroys them, right? Very powerful energy to rebuild something that's better. So let's look at it this way. It's time for you to create a new, balanced, fruitful life that you desire and wish for. But in order to do that, you've got to make the change in yourself, because the people around you are not going to change. And it's amazing when we start to grow, people see the difference in us. And they say, did you change your hair? Did you lose weight? Because you're shining from within, you're glowing from within. And that's what Pluto does. It dies off, kills off, destroys the old part of ourselves, so that we can create this new person. Hopefully you're not the same person you were in high school, or if you think you're still the same person or look the same person, that's not very good, because hopefully you have evolved and changed and gone through it. You need to change your life. You can't keep the same hairstyle, the same makeup, or the same way of being, the same way you dress. You've got to evolve and change with the times and make it your own to be unique. And it's the same thing with you as a person in the way you are in the outer world. You need to assimilate, Sag. You need to be able to change with the times, going with the flow. And this card is talking to you right now about that. You know, you need to go with the flow and make the changes in your life about yourself. Stop looking at everybody else and running their race, Sag. Concentrate on yourself. And even if that means, you know, you have to step away from other people's drama and things in your life, you need to just put all that energy on you right now and creating a better you. Because if you choose to stay in this situation, you're just going to keep bringing more of this misery to yourself, imbalance, and lack in your life. So very powerful cards here for you, okay? Because it's that water, earth, air, more earth. So the only thing you don't have fire, but you're fire, Sag. So I really feel like it's talking to your energies right now around you that you need to bring into balance, because things have been out of whack for a while, okay? And I know you can make this change. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. It's philosophy and belief system, your spirituality, all the things you've learned in life that you've assimilated, you sharing with others and networking. You know, it's a higher form of knowledge and learning. So I know you can do this, and I know you can evolve, and I know you can grow into the best you. I believe in you. I really do. And you need to believe in yourself. So I hope this helps you. I'm sorry if it doesn't make anybody happy about it. You know, we don't want to hear things about ourselves that we don't want to hear. I mean, that's just the way it is, but it's in your face anyway. So for all of us. So I do hope that it helps you and you find some peace. I'll see you guys next month, and as always, I wish you the best.